Welcome back. It's still Entertainment TV live on Metro Television. Like I said, we are live on DSTV channel 277, live on Facebook and YouTube is Metro TV Ghana. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Metro TV _GH. Let me take my time and introduce my guest because he's a very, very big guy. He's KANAGA Emmanuel Eme, popularly known as KANAGA Jr., and he's an actor and also a model. He was the first runner-up of the first season of the reality show Big Brother Titans, Zakala Wahala. We saw him to be very outspoken, versatile, and creative, and he's one man that you get to know so many things from. And I'm super, super excited that he is in the motherland, especially in our studios this afternoon. KANAGA Jr., you are welcome to your entertainment review section.
Thank
I
you
just
so
wanted
much.
to say that. Like the way Big would say, yeah, welcome to your section. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you so much. How are you doing?
I'm also good. It's good to have you in Accra.
I feel so great to be here. You're looking so good.
Thank you. How was the Wachi?
The Wache
I was on your live.
It was really great. That was my first time having it, and I really enjoyed it. I was I was
with a
just
shito.
digging inside.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to Shito actually. It's like
Didn't he ask Shito to the watch?
wait. Shito is
The
yeah.
black one.
Yeah,
The
no,
spicy one.
they didn't add that one because
They said your tummy.
Your tummy.
We are scared for you.
so I probably just later on have a little.
You need to have a
of
taste
it.
of
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Which other food are you hoping to taste before you leave?
So the thing is, I'm not so because I don't want to say the wrong names. I will just say I'm looking
Fufu?
forward to not fufu,
Banku.
banku, yeah.
Okay, with
Yeah.
tilapia.
So yeah, banku with tilapia. So I'm looking forward to having different delicacies.
Maybe
and
Ghana
just-
jollof as well, so that
yeah,
after the
we go.
Yeah, but KANAGA, let's talk. Throughout the competition, you were someone who came out as very genius, smart, intelligent, and very creative. That's what we saw on TV. But then tell us about yourself. Who exactly KANAGA Jr. is, or KANAGA Emmanuel Eme is? Who is he?
KANAGA Jr. is a very expressive person. I see myself as a creative. I just like to explore different parts of myself.
Okay.
And that's why if you watch the show, you would see where I took like the wager tags very, very personal because like it's time for us to work and we get to work.
Yeah.
I'm a very, very positive person. Whatever the situation is, I just try to tell myself to, get up and keep going, basically. So, yeah, and whatever I put my mind to, I try to achieve.
You do it, yeah. And we saw it in the competition. And you're from a family of 6. You have 4 children and your parents, of course.
Yeah.
And I see you to be someone who is very, very family oriented. I want to ask, what were some of the basic fundamentals, like the principles that were embedded in you growing up, for us to see the man you have become now? What were some of the principles?
First of all, discipline. Second, respect. Gender equality. Also contentment, because my mom would always tell you to be content with what you have.
Yeah.
And whatever you want for yourself, then you have to work to get it.
Yeah.
But what you have right now, just be content and work harder to get what you want. So yeah, love, respect, gender equality, discipline, and content. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, after the competition, I watched a couple of your interviews. And there was one particular one that stood out for me. The reason it stood out is because I didn't see you to be that person. In that interview, you talked about your brother who passed. And in the competition, you didn't allow yourself to be seen as someone who was in deep pain or anything, especially for the fact that you stated that your brother passed and was buried on your birthday. That's 24th March. April 24th April 2014.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's a lot. Some people might have come out to say it during the competition, but you're someone who actually held yourself, you used every opportunity that was given to you, and you made the best out of it. Being in the house, what were some of the things that kept you steadfast, that made you say that in the house there are a lot of things, but then I'll take it one step at a time, even though you had so many emotions going on?
So even when I had so many, like you said, so many emotions going on, because there were times where, I'll just have flashbacks of, if my dad was to see that I've actually gotten to this stage of my life, or if my brother was to see that I've actually gotten to. So there are days that those things will get to you because you're just waking up to the same faces, even
Yeah.
when you're so annoyed, but you have to leave because you actually signed up for this.
Yeah.
So I think one of the things that just kept me going was constantly reminding myself where I come from and what I left to come into this house.
Yeah.
So I was driving based off on my own motivation. So that was it.
You're coming across as a very chilled guy. Is this how you always are?
Yeah, I'm very chilled. When I have to be loud, I express myself. When I have to be comported, I comport myself. I just do not restrict myself to any form of expression.
Okay, so you're not an extrovert or an introvert, or you're in between.
Ambivert.
But I would tell you that I actually love my space a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He does. In the competition, you could see that where his bed was up there, he just doesn't let.
Oh, you love your space, but you knew you were going to a space where now you had to, open up that space for a lot more people to get in. So how were you going to?
Because I have a boarding school background.
Okay.
I went to a military secondary school. It
Military,
was a
okay.
comprehensive school. Yeah,
Okay.
so it was easy for me to cohabit with other people. Yeah.
But one of the things that also interests me in the house was we all know that you love to dance and all that during parties. But then there were times you would dance without music and that could go on for minutes. And I wonder what, motivated you doing that, how you are even able to dance without music for a long period.
So like I said earlier on, I motivate myself. So I grab my own inspiration from myself. Something could be playing in my head. Might not necessarily make sense to the next person, but I'm just having my fun. So that was it basically, yeah.
I mean, reading about you on Google, because I didn't watch BB Titans, unfortunately. But then Google tells me that you are matured for your age and that you enjoy mature women. How true is that? That is the bio.
Yeah,
I
that's
that you're
I think
mature
we
for
have
your
to change
age.
that.
You've seen it.
No, I haven't actually. That's why I'm laughing.
You know what? It's on the Big Brother Instagram handle. When you introduce yourself, as in the 18th housemate to enter, when you were saying that you are very jovial, you're going to do this. I mean, it was Pat's day. So I think someone might have picked that in.
Yeah, that you enjoy mature women.
Oh.
You have to
You
take that
don't?
down.
Well, I actually do not restrict myself to, like I said, expressing myself. So
Yeah.
But I want us to also how real you were on the show. Were you very real on the show? And do you believe every housemate have to have a strategy? Because you're told that almost everybody have a strategy. Did you have one? Were you real? Which is which?
So it's a game. If you come into the house with a strategy, I personally would not even blame you because you came for the bag, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So prior to the game, I was like, oh, if I come into this house, I would just be everywhere. But when I got into the house, I felt like, nah, it's not going to work. So I just had to stick to like being original. And I feel like pretty much it helped me till the end of the game.
Yeah.
Even when I'm questioned by some of my actions or my decisions, I do not necessarily need to explain your narrative to yourself.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And you sometimes also forget that there are even cameras in the house. Do you become used to that reality on the show that, okay, I'm just being myself, there are no cameras? How do you
So the thing is, for the very first weeks, you would still try to adjust. You will still try to adjust.
Right.
It's a new environment. You might wake up this certain morning, and when you raise your head up, yeah, I'm actually in Big Brother's house.
Yeah.
So, but with time, you get to blend in, and you understand that, man, let me just continue living my life. These babies are actually watching me, and it's okay.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Now, talking about the time where I think the finale, the way you dressed and all that, a lot of people thought that, okay, Kananga was going to win. Was there a point where maybe we didn't see that Big Brother spoke to you that you should dress this way because you're the one going to win?
Oh, no.
What was the communication like?
So Big Brother, when we're going into the house, Big Brother said, come with an outfit that represents the Titan in you.
Okay.
But we never had the time to wear it. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was just the final day, and I was like, okay, let me just put this on. So it wasn't a thing where
Yeah. But were you disappointed when you didn't win?
disappointed. No. Like I said, I'm a very, very positive person. Congratulations to Kosi. And then I just picked it up from there. So that's it.
What major impact or effect did you assume you were going to have on the show? And afterwards, you think that assumption or what you expected has been fulfilled?
So if there's one thing I'm grateful for, which sometimes I'm like, oh, did I really do that? It's coming out and people are like, oh, you really inspired me. And I say this to myself, if I can inspire a certain amount of people before I leave, I would be very, very satisfied with myself.
Okay.
Because those things that you've impacted in people will still live while you're not here. So basically, I was so happy to come out of the house and people are like, oh my God, you inspired me. And I'm not even getting it from just people of my pair. I'm getting it from people who are way older than me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm grateful for that.
After you auditioned for Big Brother Niger lockdown and it didn't go through, when you started the auditioning process for Big Brother Titans, how optimistic were you during everything? Because it's stage by stage. How optimistic were you feeling that, no, this one day I'll qualify? Yeah.
So because I'm a positive person, but there are some things that
The positivity.
would be very, so it was secretive. I didn't tell anybody, my mom, nobody, family. I was always just going out of the house, come back, my friends, nobody. Because at that time, I wasn't even sure of anything. I know you wish me well, but what if I tell you that this is what I'm chasing? This is what I'm chasing, and you're like, congratulations, but this guy, God forbid, you not enter there. Something like that, because you do not know people's hearts. So I just kept it to myself. Every stage I get to, I check my mail. I'm like, next stage. So I was praying. Because there was someone, I reached out to one housemate and I'm like, that was when I was going to the house. He said, you are not even sure until you get on the stage.
Okay.
So I was still just laid back and I'm like, oh God, please, until I get on that stage. So when I got on the stage, I'm like, okay, I'm going into that door.
How many phases of the audition?
I don't know about previous sets, but my set was about 5.
5.
Yeah.
Wow.
And was it your first time going for BB Titans, or have you even tried BB Niger before? It was just your first anyway.
I tried lockdown in 2020,
Yeah.
but I didn't get into lockdown.
Wow.
I felt like, okay, let me just relax.
But how real are these reality TV shows? Like, really, we've seen a lot of people have friendships in their house. We've seen people have relationships, and then they get out and they are no longer friends. They get out, they are no longer in love. They get out and different things happen. How real is it? Is it that they come to the house and then for the cameras or for the show, so they pretend they love someone, they pretend they like someone, and then later on when it becomes stories that they wouldn't even want to talk about their partners?
Yeah. So, like I said, everyone, if you come into the house and you come in a strategy, I personally would not blame you because you're playing your game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it's a thing where everyone comes out of the house. You have family members, right? And you have maybe your team. And your team is like, oh, this person is this. And we are humans, right? We are very quick to get into our feelings. I'm like, oh, I thought I actually trusted this person. Why would you do this? So I feel like that's why like the switch up would happen. But for me personally, every person that I was connected to in the house, I feel like we still talk and I'm still very good with.
So how's your
most of them.
relationship with them?
Yeah, very
good.
every person, like I said, every person that I connected with in the house, till this very moment, I'm still very good with them, and I'm grateful for like the way our friendship has grown. So it's really, really amazing to see.
So there was no form of betrayal at any point.
Betrayal.
Time, yeah.
For me, anyone that
From you, yes. Anybody that you met in the house
that betrayed me.
Yes.
No, when I came out, I didn't see anyone that actually. I just saw a few people said a few things about me. Kanaga is doing this and that. I'm like, okay, your opinion. But me, I know who I am, so I don't need to explain to you about what I do or who I am. So yeah, basically that's it.
Okay.
So 2 different countries with different people, different personalities in a house. What was, and it became like it was like the Saudis and the Nigers. What was some of the cultural shock to you? Some of them.
So
Because Nelisa was here and I asked, and she mentioned a couple of them.
It was a very cheesy situation in the house. I would wake up and cheese with this, cheese. Nah, I've never seen.
Everything was cheese.
That was a cultural shock to me. And we in Nigeria, when we go into the bathroom to have our shower, we go with like flops, and,
Yeah.
but
They don't.
They don't?
They don't. Some people don't actually.
wow.
I'm like, okay,
Okay.
you're so comfortable with that. So yeah, those are like the cultural shocks.
But
I
before
had.
going in, like, did you try to find out how South Africans are, living with them? Did you do anything like that?
Yeah, I just learned a few of the languages, like personal, basically how to greet. I learned that, then the slangs.
What was
and,
that?
Yeah,
How do you greet?
awe, hola, things like that. Yeah, I just learned those things, but then I was looking forward to going to the house to actually live with South Africans. And the whole essence of the show was not for us to come as South Africans versus Nigerians.
Nigerians,
It was
yeah.
a thing where we're coming as Africans to live. And regardless of how we probably quarreled or whatnot, there was no violence, like physical. I feel like it was really peaceful compared to what I even watched before the house.
Yeah. Very, very
Yeah,
peaceful.
so
Very.
it was a great selection for
Yeah.
me. It was a great selection.
Okay.
Kanaga Junior. Oh, Helen.
Yeah.
Kanaga Junior is seen as like I enjoy Big Brother a lot. So almost all the questions with Big Brother. So Kanaga Junior is seen as like the alpha male. He's like a leader, and he's very creative when it comes to certain things. And you are very outspoken.
Yeah.
To an extent that some of the housemates actually said that when Kanaga Junior is speaking to you, you think he's speaking to you, but he's speaking to a nation.
Right.
Was that deliberate?
So I grew up in a military background, and trust me, there were so many things that impacted my life. Authority, like you grow to just stand out. Like there are times where growing up in secondary school, our military soldiers would ask us as little boys then to go and control the road. We're just really young, so I feel like that has actually helped my life. And the way I carry myself, I just carry myself in such a way that when I tell you my age, that's why I always get, you act too mature for your age and stuff like that. Because I grew pretty much amongst like older people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, your life then and now, what do you think has changed? Is it for better or worse?
Sure. After winning all those arena
Of
matches.
course, the priorities.
There are certain things we might not know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him tell us.
So trust me, right? The world just needs to understand that celebrities are actually humans, and it's tough sometimes. And when you go through whatever you're going through, even when you come out, nobody seems to believe because you're a public figure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I won't lie to you, there are ups and there are down times. So it's just the people who you're surrounded with that would make the journey beautiful. If there are peaceful people and people who genuinely love you, whenever you feel down or depressed, because celebrities actually get depressed.
Yeah.
And that's fact. Those people that you can actually go to and be like, oh my God, I'm going through this, and they can bring you back. Family, most importantly. That's why it's very essential that personally for me, I stick so close to my mom and my sister and my brother also. Because even if I lose the world, I know those three people will
They're
still be
there
with
for
me.
you.
Yeah.
So
But do you miss your privacy?
yeah, in a way, but I signed up for this, so
Yeah. Because I was when
Yanisa or Fina.
Fina from BB Niger came in here. She said she was eager to hear what the world was saying about her. Like, was it so for you? Like,
Come
you wanted to
out.
come out. Okay, what's
Yeah.
everybody saying? And what do people think about me?
Okay.
Like, how many people are following me on social media? Was it like that for you?
when I came out, I just went straight to my phone to call my mom.
Okay.
Mine was
Mommy's
different.
boy.
Yeah, pretty much. I just wanted to hear my mom talk to me. And then afterwards, I went in to check what's happening, how did I do in the house, like the numbers and all of that. Yeah, obvious. Nobody would say they didn't do that. Come on.
What's the nicest thing you heard or saw about yourself on the internet, and the worst thing you saw about yourself?
The nicest thing, one-off
Okay.
would be the fashion show. I came out and I saw like some clips and I'm like, okay, wow.
You killed it.
Wow. And one of the worst things I heard was, Kanaga was playing for the camera. I'm like, that's your own opinion.
But what's the best part of being part of BB Titans, both inside the house and outside the house?
okay, for a person who is a creative and you need a larger audience, I feel like that's a good part because people get to see you as long as you've actually sold that part of you, whether it's your branding or whether it's you as an actor or whatever you're doing, it helps you, it gives you that exposure, right? Then the bad, right? Did you say the bad? When you get out, there's no privacy.
Yeah.
The places I would just naturally go to chill, I can't even go there to chill maybe with anybody. You are just trying to be careful, but you can never be too careful. So
You can go to the roadside and buy a car, right?
I have to say someone.
To get you that.
But what was the switch for you? When I say what was the switch for you, I understand when people say Kanaga was acting because of camera. I didn't see that. But what was the switch for you? Because for me, I think I had seen you in the house. You were very chill, calm, like the intelligent guy, and go up and down. But the moment Kanaga won head of house, as in telling them that, my guy, you people, we have to share the chores in the house. Someone has to do this, someone has to do this. That was when most of us on social media were like, whoa, is it going to be Pere the General or something of that sort? What was the switch for you?
So in the house, even from where I come from, I do not like to see things littered around. So the only chance, which is the truth, where you get to have like an authority, not authority per se, but where you get to sit and because it's an authority, people get to listen to you. It's the head of house. So I use that to be able to, speak to people and let us know that we can do this and put things together.
Yeah.
So I feel like, that was the moment that I took upon myself to I told my partner that, we have to keep a very clean environment. And pretty much we did that.
Okay. What mindset did you take in every time you are going to do the arena games? Because only you won twice. You won twice, which was like, wow.
Everybody won.
3 times. Like, what? Like, what was the mindset? And what was that thing that you thought only you saw in the house, that other housemates were not really seeing?
So for me, I always say Mamba mentality. And Mamba mentality basically means waking up the next day to be a better version of who you were yesterday. So whenever I wake up, I want to just take up on another challenge and just do better than my whatever I did the previous day. So anytime it's arena games, I'm like, okay, it's time for us to play. I'm just trying to, put my head down and play the game. So yeah.
If I don't ask this question, one fan will be so annoying.
Yeah.
They want to know why only Kanaga Jr. gets an incident in the house, but is carried out of the house. He wasn't attended to in the house, but was carried out. Was it that intense? What happened to you?
Yeah, it was. Because what people do not actually know is that I went into the theater for my hand.
You went for stitches?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I did. I did go for stitches because it was really deep, and thank God they took me out early enough because it was really close to losing. Yeah. So that's what people actually do not know.
Yeah, because we saw Nana get ill, Jenny O got ill, but they were attended to in the house. But then Kanaga gets an incident and he's carried out of the house.
Yeah.
And that brought a lot of speculations as well because people felt like, why is he taken out of the house?
Special treatment.
Yeah, they said, making me cry.
When I even went out, I was still blindfolded. So.
Okay.
So
you didn't even see what happened because someone feel that.
I was blindfolded into the car and going to the hospital. That was when it's like, because I don't even know the road we used to this place.
Wow.
Taking me back into the house after my treatment, that blindfolding me again at the hospital. And people were there, like, they just took me somewhere, told me to turn, blindfolded me, put me in the car, and took me back inside the house.
That's it.
So,
wow, it was that intense.
Yeah.
So, like, the game was still on while I was in the house.
Wow.
There was never just see the road a little, see a little bit of South Africa.
This is wild.
Yeah.
But for someone, we felt that affected you in a way because some felt like there's probably something suspicious happening out there. Because whilst in the house, there was no explanation of any sort what really happened. And people have their own suspicion. Do you personally feel that affected you in a way? People feel like probably you were a favorite and there was something suspicious going on.
So they'll definitely be suspicious. Even me as an housemate, I was like,
Right.
this guy go outside.
You're right.
I'll just want to know. I'll be very curious, right?
Right.
But I mean, I went out, I came back, and there was no special treatment. To be very honest, but they actually treated me. Big Brother actually treated me so well with getting me a doctor to come into the house, always check, And I was scared because it restricted me from playing sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could actually tell that there were days where I was always like trying to wear hoodies in the house, and
Okay.
my partner would be like, "This is not you." And
Yeah.
she spoke to me, and there was a day I just came back up and I switched it up back and was like, "Yeah, come on, let's get back to the game."
Yeah.
And I felt pretty much alive.
Talking about your partner, did it come to you as a shock when you guys were paired?
Yes, because when she got into the house, I didn't even speak to her. Like I didn't walk to
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, to talk
I
to
said
her.
hi, but there was never a conversation when she came into the house. So I'm like, how would I even start talking to her? So there was something that we had in common, which is dance.
Right.
So I just picked up a conversation with that.
You
and
dance and it
we
started.
started to talk. And funny thing is, we actually studied the same thing in school, which is film and television production. So
Okay.
we just had conversations and
Around
decided
it, and you just
Yeah.
started the whole thing.
I mean,
Okay.
talking about film, have you gotten any offers to act? Because
Yeah.
I know you're interested in acting.
Yeah,
You have?
I have. Yeah.
Okay. When is it starting?
Of recent, I jumped on a project which was for Techno.
Okay.
Yeah, Techno's official film, and I have like other scripts in work.
That are coming.
Can't wait.
So before Big Brother Titans, right? We sat on this table and we're thinking how wild it was going to be, because when you get onto Twitter and you put in BB Mzanzi, kind of things you see, and then you type in BB Niger,
Yeah.
and you see like it's really hot from this side. The Southerners are really like, they don't really care. It's just wild stuff.
Yeah.
And we're thinking this is going to be like boom, like it's going to be a bang.
Yeah.
Did you like ever think of it like that? Because I'm thinking the South Africans, they know they shy or they can just do anything,
So yeah, I felt like this is going to be a long ride because they are very, very expressive like that. And so but the one thing that helped me
Okay.
before entering the house, I got to know the essence of the show. It's not a competition. It's just to bring us and see how these people can live together.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
But we watching outside, we had our own moments. There were some moments that was very dramatic to us, and I don't know for you that was in there. Was there a moment that you felt this is very dramatic and this should probably not be happening?
dramatic moments. Maybe when anyone is just arguing and it's just everywhere. And then when you get to know the root of this argument, you're like,
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Kanaga was someone who actually like knew a lot of things that
Right.
were going on in the house.
Yes.
I remember one time you told Yemi,
Yeah.
that hey, striker or
Right.
something.
And even because he said
Super striker.
there was one time I told Kosi, you are going through a lot.
Yes.
Like, it's like he knows so much.
And-
And he would just talk to them in a funny way.
Yeah. And he goes like, Kosi, when you sleep too much. Right? Things are happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's like you could see everything in the house and you were
Yeah.
able to like pick certain things. But then even entering the house, you talking about the fact that like you understood the essence of the show.
Yeah.
When you were entering the house, that dance you did, was it to make a statement? Because I'm watching and they say, oh, like Ibuka and Lawrence goes like, oh, let's check out the housemates number 18. And that was you. Yeah. And they play your clip, very calm guy. You talk about yourself. And then you enter. And then it's like, dance. I was like, hey, I'm a bit confused. Is it Nigerian or South African? Because I was expecting the South African. Was this sort of a statement that you were making before you enter the house?
So before coming to the stage, I was backstage, right? I said, you're going in next. Turn to your right, then to your left. It's like, okay. I was expecting the normal crowd. But immediately I just came, the crowd was here.
Yes.
I was there.
It's like, oh, the song is here. And the next thing, the vibes just came.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know it was 18 until I came out of the house, it's like, oh, I loved your entrance. Or, I loved your
Yeah.
entrance. It's like,
Because most people were like, that was what people were talking about.
Yeah.
About like KANAGA JNR. Yours was like different. Even though people come in and talk about,
Yeah.
oh, the vibes and things. Yeah. But it's all good. The competition has ended finally.
Yeah.
And you've spoken about acting. I also know you love basketball. Are you a
Yeah,
fan
as
of
well.
Chicago Bulls?
no, Lakers.
I'm paid
Okay.
Oh, well,
because of what I
mean,
saw.
yeah, but like Lakers for life.
Why Lakers? Is it because of LeBron?
Not just because of LeBron, but because of Kobe.
Yeah.
That's my
Okay.
goat.
Okay, I'm sort of like, I don't have a problem with Lakers, but I'm sort of anti-LeBron. I'm a Warriors fan. That's what you guys did to us.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I
oh,
see.
oh, I see.
I'm also a Heat fan.
But would you,
But nah, Nuggets.
yeah, they are super. You see what they did.
just has been
Did you
crazy.
expect them to actually?
I mean, I was there watching. It got to the stage. It's like I just had to step out because we had a viewing center,
Okay,
like
yeah.
NBA Nigeria,
Yes.
and we were able to watch like live.
Okay.
It was a lot because
Yeah,
I
but-
was actually rooting for Miami. Heat.
Miami, we all want, Jimmy Butler to,
Yeah,
get a ring
come
and
on.
stuff. Yeah. But I know you love basketball. You talked about it. Now, it seems like the vision has changed.
Yeah.
Like, would you love to go into basketball? Would you love to do anything surrounding that? Because previously we had Big Brother housemate Ozo. When he entered the house, he spoke about football, doing this, and after the house, we saw him coaching an academy, doing this. Would you also, apart from acting, modeling, anything surrounding basketball?
Yeah, definitely. I would do things surrounding basketball. I just feel like, sometimes when you get out of a certain space, be a lot of noise, but you have to listen to yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, I would pay attention to my sport life, and you definitely see when it starts. You would remember this day that
said it.
we said it.
Okay, so we are going for
Then
a quick
before
comment.
you go, what's the name of your fan base?
My fan base,
Yeah.
K-Force.
Oh yeah, K-Force. K-Force.
K-Force.
Wallahi.
And the force is like, man.
Yeah, I mean, they're all the bad
Yeah,
ones.
like I read. Yeah, I read.
I mean,
I'm
after the break, I'll ask my follow-up question.
Your follow-up. Yeah, I read. Like in this house, they know me. They even let me say it before they start telling
Yes.
me that. Okay,
Our boss is watching you.
Okay, so my boss said I should say it before. I was a full Kosi fan, and the day, like the weekend, like this going for the weekend, and we had to predict. I kept saying Charlie Kosi or forget KANAGA JNR. But on the D-Day that Sunday, I was chatting with my friend in the UK. My friend was like, Charlie Nana, KANAGA send a wire one. Like send a wire one. It means the way you are looking. I read with your Zeus helmet and everything.
Yeah.
Charlie, you were giving us a tough time. But then it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good.
man,
Yeah, it's all
all
good.
good.
Okay, we are going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll just talk about the fact that he's in Ghana because he stated that it's the first time in Accra. Let's see. We'll ask him what he's here to do and other things he hopes to achieve in his next chapter. You're still watching Entertainment Review live on Metro Television. Welcome back. It's still Entertainment Review live on Metro Television, and we are spending time with KANAGA Emmanuel Eme, and we've been having lots of conversation. We are catching up and everything, but now we are now switching to why he's in Ghana. But then Harriet has a question before I move to
Yeah,
that.
I mean, to your fan base, you're very loved. What do you think is about you that stands out so much that you're able to garner this sort of love from your fans? Is it the looks?
That's what
That's
the
a
lady
plus.
is.
That's a plus. But I just feel like because whenever I get words from my people from my fan base, it's just like keep being you. So I feel like that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what brought you to the motherland? Accra, Ghana?
Yeah, just to connect with people, my fans in Ghana, people in Ghana, creatives in Ghana too. Looking forward to doing a few things before I leave. Creating also in Ghana, and that leads to just a little break.
Okay.
But while I'm still in Ghana, I'm obviously still working, so
Yeah.
there's never that break.
It's
But
not like
yeah,
really a break.
As just to come and experience and explore in Ghana.
As a movie person, I'm sure you'd want to connect more, with our movie space. Have you been following? What's your thoughts? Who do you know? I mean, that movie space.
Like sort of Juliet Ibrahim. I feel like there's going to be something coming up from our ends. I definitely look forward to doing creating with her. Oh yeah.
Let me name the others. There's Nadia Buhari,
There's Jackie Appiah.
So link up with all of them.
Lydia Forson, and the rest.
I mean, are you working on any projects
Right
at
now?
the moment? Yeah. Something for the community or state that talking about more like a community stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Be happy.
Be happy. Yeah, there's just a lot, and just because of one or two, I can't disclose. But
okay.
Yeah.
But with your dance, because you are a good dancer, will you consider, training people with as time goes on, forming an academy, something, especially for the youth in Nigeria who would like to delve into creative, especially with dancing?
So, dancing is just a thing I do to express myself. It's not like I'm a professional dancer or I would want to have an academy. I feel like that's just me trying to do too much rather than just focusing on where my strength actually lies. I'm a good dancer, yes, but dancing is not just a thing I would want to establish as a person.
In regards to acting, is that something you would like to take more seriously, even in party younger folks as well?
Yes, acting 100%. I would do that. Yeah.
I think you were in Sugar. Or was it? Yeah, it was Sugar.
Sugar.
That was before you come into
before I came to Big Brother House. Yeah.
You have to be in the new one. Yeah. I've forgotten the new one. Oh, the new Nigerian series. Far
From Home.
How did you know? That's it.
Because I was on Far From Home, but I didn't play like a major role.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should. I would love to come here in December.
I should come here.
December is chill.
It's chill in December.
In December is gone.
I mean, this year they are taking Afro Nation to Nigeria. So
but that's just one out
of many.
There are lots of events.
Like a long list of events.
It's every single day.
Destination. You should.
So you should put your plans together in December.
I'm sure the diasporans have already booked their tickets.
All the diasporans.
You don't need to book. You have a family here, so you just come for your people. I'm okay for it. I'm dropping.
Okay.
Yeah, Kanaga, thank you very much.
I'm so humble. Thank you.
Really, really appreciate you for coming. Any final thing you would love to say to your fans, to people watching you, and especially, I think this Sunday is Father's Day. Right. We don't normally talk about Father's Day. So anything to catch on before we go.
It just feels so good that you said that because we should also show our men love. Because talking about society, just being nurtured in a way where like men cannot actually express themselves like emotionally. But I'm not really all about that. I feel like if there's a certain way you should feel, if it's those tears needs to drop. You should drop it and feel better afterwards. I just want to say big thanks to everyone who has been supporting me and be following my journey. Big shout out to K-Force, that's family, and we'll keep doing it together. And whatever you put your mind to, just know that you can actually achieve it. And that's it. Thank you so much for having me today.
Okay.
Thank you too. Thank you
for coming.
So we are wrapping up, but I was supposed to do this before the show, but let me do it as we go. So Passions Night Club presents Father's Day special with Passions International Band, Sunday 18th of June, 4 p.m. at the Passion Lounge in Community 6, Tema. There'll be giveaways for fathers, and they are doing this in partnership with Original 91.9, Original TV, and also Metro Television. So just go out to Passion Lounge, Community 6, Tema. Take your father, just have fun, show your father some love, tell your father anything that you want to say. I mean, Mother's Day, often we make noise about it, but the fathers are also the ones actually bringing us into this world. So let's just show them some love. We love our fathers, we love our husbands, our boyfriends, our uncles, grandfathers. I said it. It is what it is. Nobody's coming.
Let me do some birthdays, right? I want to say.
Anyways, guys, thank you very much for having us.
Yes.
So let me say happy birthday to myself, of course.
You should have allowed us to say
that. Happy birthday to Starboy.
Happy birthday to that
Thank you,
Starboy.
Yes, and thank you to happy birthday to Eric Akofo Swaga. Happy birthday to Mrs. Kumi. Happy birthday Emanuela. Happy birthday Benasari. Who else? Yeah, who else? Okay.
It's H.O.'s birthday today.
Yeah, who?
Anyway, guys, thank you very much for having us from Monday through to Friday. We really, really appreciate you for always being with us. And even though we've been nominated for something, we will not be touching on it. But next week we'll touch on it.
Yes.
My name is Nana Yatano Abuache, and I did this with Harriet Adi, Helen Anyeweja, aka Helen K, and also the only gentleman on the table,
Starboy.
Desmond Okreko Dan. So Desi the Starboy. This is where we end the birthday edition of Entertainment Review. Enjoy the rest of our program.